A very good morning to everyone present here. Today is a very interesting day for us at Prayoga as we charter into a new journey with Krīḍā. We're very privileged to be here. The education should not be complex for children. Learning should not be complex for children, but there's enough work to be done to make that happen, and that is what we try and achieve at Prayoga. Prayoga is a not-for-profit initiative started in 2015. Intends to be a globally unique transdisciplinary education research center. That means education research is at the core of what we want to do. We have started work in the area of science and mathematics education research, where we want to have the fundamental freedom to ask the right questions, fundamental questions, and see what improvements can happen, what innovation can happen. And Krīḍā, which we are launching today, is once a very new initiative. Coming to Krīḍā, it's been a very interesting journey. Srinivas and the principals, we met sometime a few months ago. They said, look, we have this sports school where everybody wants to be a sportsman while they're continuing to pursue their aspirations of being sportsmen. They're also part of the schooling system. Unfortunately, we believe, at least in the Indian situation today, sports or academics is a choice that we force a student to make early in life. I think there could be many more sports people, who can reach the best sporting levels possible. But I think their journeys have been cut short because the fear of not having a good academic background might have forced them to move out of the sporting pursuit. What if there is a sports and academics possible rather than sports or academics? That's a thought that Srinivas proposed, and can we build a curriculum where we can integrate sports into what students learn in schools? So can we create a multi-dimensional team, multidisciplinary team who can work together to see how sports can act as a medium to learn science and the mathematics, and that too experientially. So if whatever they are doing in the sports arena, if we can help the students glean knowledge out of it through their own experience and figure out what is there as content in books for themselves, then not only will we help students understand things better, but we will all along be working in the area where their interest and aptitude lies. And if students are actively involved in learning and not passive learners, and whatever is the activity is something that they like, then there's a higher possibility that they would also acquire academic capabilities and some of the competencies which are more generic that anybody would need to acquire in life. So this is the opportunity that we thought we should is something that is very fundamental, and we thought we should be part of. And here we are today at the launch of this very innovative program. Now, this problem of students not finding science and mathematics or learning uninspiring is not unique to sports school. It is there in every school out there. Students are happy to be allowed the games period is probably one of the most interesting sessions, but the academic subjects are presented in abstract ways to students, which is why they can't connect to it as much as we would want them to do, and however much we force from an educator's perspective. So what if we are able to cater to the academic, the primary capabilities of students in terms of how they acquire skills and capabilities and knowledge in the conventional academic subjects? So if we are able to create that curriculum in its the entire spectrum, the regular schools could adopt part of it, or some schools could be inspired to take that up as the primary mode of their instruction, which could then help advance the ability of our education system to meet the interests of the students and help acquire learning outcomes, but also in some ways integrate a higher level of physical activity into the schools, otherwise which tend to be promoting only sedentary learning styles. So what benefits we get out of it is what we want to see objectively as a research organization. While we can think of many possibilities and many great outcomes coming out of it, our interest is to go through this process of building this curriculum and seeing this being adopted in a large section of the society in the schooling system, and from a research angle, look at what are the changes that we are able to observe, what has gone well, and to what extent, if it has, and then see if we can have learnings to take it to the larger population of schools across the country. So this is what Krīḍā is all about. We are excited to be part of this collaboration with the sports school, and very happy to be also interacting with people like Gopi Chand, and very, very interesting, nuanced insights into how coaches and sports people look at the whole idea of their own development, and how education or academics can play a complementary role in terms of helping students get a broad range of capabilities, and while they continue to catapult to the higher levels of sporting excellence. Thank you all for the opportunity to present about Prayoga and our thoughts on Krīḍā. We're excited to be part of this Krīḍā journey. Thank you.